What is up, everybody? Welcome back to 9 to 5 Gamers, and today is a very special day called Take My Money Thursdays. And Take My Money Thursdays is just me throwing out money at all the crowdfunding websites because I can't help myself sometimes. And so on Thursdays, we're going to take a look at projects that have caught my attention. Typically, we'll only do 3. I'd like to keep the video on the shorter side instead of going through all the projects that are out there. But I'll do a new one each week. So it's like, hey, this week we'll talk about these games that are happening this week. And then next week I'll look at any new games that might have come up. And we'll just keep it short, like I said, maybe 2 to 3. Games. And I want to look at one per site. So one game found, one Kickstarter, and one backer kit, and see what's out there that's caught my eye that makes me go, hey, you know what, just take my money. This is something I want to buy. Will I buy it? Probably not. I'm on my summer budget right now, and this is probably the time where I won't be able to buy any games, unless through GameFound they offer that flex pay, which I love because that just helps me pay it off on my limited budget. But anyways, before we get into that, we just want to thank all of our subscribers for getting us up to 1,100 subscribers. That is super awesome. But also because we got 2 new members this week, and I want to go ahead and give them a quick shout out because that's what we do. And so I want to thank the Stat Board Gamer and Jeremiah Poughton. These are the 2 people who have become members this week. We have memberships from $3 a month, $5 a month, and $10 a month. It's $2.99, $4.99, $9.99. And so I would love it if you guys would become members because you get special little shout out on the channel like these guys just did. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And also they have exclusive access to videos that produce only for members. One of those videos being a look at my studio setup and how I record my games and stuff like that. Also takes a look at my collection. But if you want to become a member, it's super affordable. All of this is just to help fund this project because my mindset of growing the channel is really focused on this is a board game channel for board gamers. That's why it's called 9 to 5 Gamers, and it's not pronounced 925 gamers. It's 925 gamers. And that's because I work a 9 to 5 job, man. I am not a YouTuber. This is not my profession. I have a job and I do that job amazingly. But I would love it if this channel would become funded by board gamers. And so this is one of the things, and that's my whole philosophy in this whole board gaming industry is I want to do things for free, right? Like when not channels, but producers, the people who produce the board games and make the games, and they say, hey, I would like to pay this person to review my game. I know this has been a sticky subject for a lot of people, but for me and my channel, I want to do it for free. So if you're a board game developer and you want to get your game out there, my only stipulation is I just send me your game. I will preview it. I will go over it, review it. I have an amazing play group that we play with anywhere from solo. I have a 2-player group. I have 3 players, 4 players, 5 players, 6. I could even play games. I play Blood on the Clock Tower games with up to 15 people pretty regularly because I have a great community of people that I play with regularly. And so I think that's an advantage that I have to reviewing your games. I can play them at all player counts and give a good review. But at the same time, I don't want to be paid to say, oh, your game is good. This game is great because somebody paid me to do it. I do want to be honest and I want to give my honest opinion, but I won't charge for it. So, and I don't know if that's going to continue for the rest of my life or if eventually because of the time and the amount of games I'm getting, I may need to charge. Maybe that might be the case. I don't want that to be the case, but I just want the principle to be, listen, just send me your game and I'll review it. So right now everything is free. So if you're a board game developer and you want, let's do it for the free, man. Let's do it for the free. Send me your games. I'll go over them and play them with all my player groups. But anyways, thank you for my members. Love you guys. And also if you become a member, you'll get to play some games with me, which I think is super fun. We'll play on BGA. And if you live in the Orlando area, we can get together in real life and actually play. So with that said, let's get into the video. All right, so for the first game, Into the God's Grave. I've seen a lot of people are covering this on their channel and reviewing it. I haven't watched any of those videos yet to see what it's like personally, but this is a card-driven cooperative adventure game. This is everything that me and my wife love about games. So personally, This is the type of game me and Made play. If you guys haven't seen it yet, we did a Lord of the Rings playthrough, the Lord of the Rings, The Journeys in Middle-earth, the adventure game. We love that game, man. We just love playing that game, and I even got the iPad app to appear in the bottom right corner so you can see our interactions and what we were doing throughout the game. And we cheated a little bit at the end, but we're not going to talk about that. So 90 to 120 minutes, so an hour and a half to 2 hours. It seems about right, but it's an adventure game. It's app-driven, which I'm okay with that. I know there are some people that are like, well, I'm playing board games. I'm not here to play a video game. If I'm going to play a video game, I'll play a video game. Now, I like the app integration, man. I think that that's really cool. I don't think that it's more immersive. I don't think there's anything wrong with app-driven. But if you don't like it personally, I got nothing against you because I could understand your point of view. But for me, I love the app-driven stuff. I think it's super cool and creates this immersion. It's got music and stuff like that. It sets the mood. It really does. And there's a cool-looking story. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I love the miniatures that it comes with. Let me show you some of those miniatures. These are all the people that have already reviewed it. But you got the 4 choices you got here. Look at these. These are like enemy miniatures. Some of them are like, I guess, maybe mini bosses and some lackeys. And then these are the actual like big bosses. There are 3 of them in the game. That to me was a little off. I'm like, there's only 3 big bosses. But I wonder if that's like, it takes a while to get to these guys. And that's why there's only 3 of them. Then you've got the different dice, which look kind of cool. Custom dice, actually. God's Grave, the Forgotten Song. So these are like bonus stuff. Really cool miniatures there. Look at that big dragon boss miniature. Oh my gosh. This is exactly the game that we love to play. I know that if I showed this to my wife, she would want to play it immediately. And so a lot of cool new characters and things like that you can add. I think this game looks really cool. And I really want to back this thing. How much is it? 120 euros, 170 euros for the collector's pledge with everything. So 170, that's not bad. $200, I expect to pay about $200 for something like this. That's what I put on Agamonia. I think I did $200 pledge. But they even got metal tokens, upgrades. Metal tokens, point of interest, plastic markers. Does the collector's pledge come with all that? Yeah, it does. This is not bad. I think this is a good deal. I love adventure games, and I will preach them to the death because I love games like this. This is exactly what I want. Will I get it? I don't know. Let me see. Let's see what happens. But the next game on GameFound is Detective City of Angels. So this is a really cool detective game that it says here, it's an epic narrative-driven board game set in the dark and violent world of the 1940s Los Angeles. Most players will step into the shoes of an LAPD homicide detectives that will do whatever it takes to solve the case. But one player will take on the role of the Chisel, whose goal is to stall and misdirect the detectives at every turn. So everybody's playing as a detective, but then there's one person who's trying to lead everybody down like rabbit holes and try to confuse everybody. This thing has so many great ratings, and they just came out with like new expansions, 3 additional cases that they added to it. And so I really would love, this is a great opportunity. I like Kickstarters in like this, where it's a game that already exists, but they do a reprint of it and then add expansions to it. This is where I like to get in on games. This is how I got into Marvel United. I didn't get on the first one, but once I saw that it did well and people liked it, I got in on the second one. This is the best time to back Kickstarters. If you're trying to not save money, but if you're trying to be safe, don't back on the very first one. But I guess if everybody followed that advice, these things would never fund. We do need some people to take a bullet for all of us, so that's the people with the disposable incomes. But for all of y'all cheapos like me, this is where you get in on a game. So save up, say, that's a cool looking game. Let me see what the reviews are like. Let me see what people say. And then if it's really good, it'll come back out again. All right? Or I'm just getting out of the game. But anyways, I think for about $200, you can get like basically everything, and this game looks super cool. I love the artwork. I like the design. I like everything the way it looks. This is super, super neat, and I can't wait to try this one out. This is a game. Again, a lot of my choices revolve around what is popular and what people like, because I think the masses usually are kind of right when it comes to stuff. It's very rare where like the BGG score is like super off on a game. Usually I'm like, nah, I agree with that score. But when it comes to the types of other games that I like, it's not just what I think is great and what I see is great on BGG, Cult of the Now. I think that's pretty accurate a lot of times. But what my wife likes, and my wife loves detective games. She loves mystery, things like that. And any game that I can get to the table with my wife on a regular basis, I will take it. Because like I said, she is a non-gamer. She does not play board games a lot, but there are certain games she will play at any point, at the drop of a hat. And these are the types of games that she loves. So this is the next one that I have. And then last but not least, we've got the Vault of Many Things, an RPG encounter. This is really cool if you're into D&D. I'm actually going to be starting to get into D&D now, and I'm going to be the DM, the Dungeon Master. Some call it the GM, the Game Master. And so as a GM, DM person, I have to read the books and run the games and, run with the miniatures and stuff like that if we play with those. But the Vault of Many Things is really cool. And the reason why is because of this. This will come with for $100 to $200. $200 comes with like a bag that comes with a bunch of stuff to store everything in, which I think is pretty cool. But look at this. So if you've ever played the video game Paper Mario, that's the vibes that I'm getting from this. So let me see if I can expand it a little bit and move it over to the left side here so make sure everybody can see it. So this is so cool because look at the terrain. These are, I think they may be plastic or acrylic. I don't know if maybe they are cardboard, but it doesn't look like it's made of cardboard. Maybe it is. I don't know. But the way that it's all hand painted and made, look at the cobblestone, the wooden floors. Look at all of these little bits and pieces that are on standees, and it's two-dimensional, so it doesn't take up a ton of space like miniatures do. When you have like a bunch of miniatures, they take up, you need a gigantic bag, you need boxes to transport your stuff. But with this, you can fit everything in a small package, and everything comes apart, so you just put the acrylic standees, and then you set them up. This looks really cool. And then look, wait till you see the characters. Look at the characters. So depending what race and everything you want to do, they have a little something for everyone. And I just thought this was such a cool looking figures and things like that. And the cool thing that I like about it is that miniatures, you have to paint them and you have to customize them. Otherwise, they're just gray plastic or even worse, like red and blue plastic, like Marvel United. But with this, I don't have to paint them. They're already all hand painted. They look so nice. They're obviously going to be printed, but somebody hand designed these and they look great. Look at the baddies, the foes. These are all the bad guys. So you see you have the same type of bad guy, but then multiple different versions of them, right? This one's like spring, autumn, winter. This is so cool, man. And look at this. I can scroll. I keep scrolling. These are the dragons. Look at how many different characters there are. This is all that comes inside of that bag. This is insane, the amount of stuff that they have. Clergy art to come. They're still working on some of these. Look, animals. So if you have run into bears and goats and lions, bro, this is so cool. So again, take my money. I'm honestly thinking of backing this just because I would love to have this for a D&D campaign, to just say, hey, look, I've got a Paper Mario-esque looking D&D campaign. That would be super cool. So I think this is the coolest thing on BackerKit right now. I know BackerKit doesn't have a ton of projects on it yet because it's kind of new to crowdfunding. But between that, City of Angels, and Into the God's Grave, take my money, right? Crowdfunding, take it, because honestly, I really want to go in on these. Man, this one's already still going up. So anyways, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with all of your gamer friends. I think one of the goals, I don't know if anybody watches anime, but in anime shows, the protagonist always has this crazy goal that they want to achieve. And it's like Naruto, he's one day I'm going to become the Hokage and all this stuff. And I'm I feel like that. We got Luffy. I want to become the pirate king, right? He wants to become the king of pirates. And so for me, I'm going to shoot high and say, dude, I want to get 1 million subscribers. but in board gaming. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to delve into a bunch of different arenas. I don't know if maybe I will end up doing that if I have to, and that's the only way to get this done. But, you know, like, I just think that there's got to be a million board gamers out there. Let's get them all here on this channel. Let's boost up this channel and get this channel to 1 million subscribers one day, right? And I want you guys to be a part of that journey. So share this video with as many people as possible. We are aiming for 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and so I think we can hit that. I think we'll go past that. But the minute we hit 3K subscribers, even if that's like next month, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to buy a game, and I'm going to do a giveaway for everybody on the channel. All you have to do to be in the giveaway is be a subscriber. I'll choose one at random, and then I will hit you up, and I'll call you out in the channel. I'll give you a couple of days to respond, and if you respond, give me your address and stuff. I'll send you a game, and if not, then we'll send it to the next person. I'm hoping I can do that. So let's get to 3,000 subs before the end of this year. So love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great day. Catch you on the flippity flip. Y'all already know the dealio. Peace out.